example 2, this is the triangle we are working with, and it's very beautiful, right? Don't let diagram scare you. Do not let it scare you. We can do this. Now we are looking for angle A, we are looking for S, and we are looking for Y, side S and side Y. And if you notice in this beautiful diagram we have here, we have a big triangle, and in that big triangle we have two other small triangles, like triangle ABC is a big Y triangle ABD is a small triangle. Triangle BDC is also another small triangle. And if you notice in this big triangle, look at this sign. That's like something like a bus. Can we see that? That sign there is trying to tell us that the angle at B, angle ABC, is right angle. So we'll note that the angle at B, which is angle ABC, is equal to 90 degrees. That's the first thing we know. And another thing we can know is, in this big triangle, we'll remember that the sum of angles in the triangle is 180. So if here is 30, here is 90, that means we already know what A is. So we'll now say A plus 30 degrees plus 90 is equal to 180, using sum of angles in a triangle. Don't mind what I wrote there. You can decide to write it in words, no wahala. So out of this is going to be giving me that A plus, this is 120 is equal to 180. So our A is equal to 180 minus 120. So A is 60. So we have gotten A is 60. If A is 60, we now want to find S and Y. So to find S and Y, there are a lot of things we can do here. Like, I can redraw this triangle. Since we've discovered this is a right angle triangle, if I redraw this triangle, I'll have something like this. Now this is B, C, A. I don't know if you got that. That's if I redraw this triangle. So basically, here is Y, here is 10 cm, here is D, and here is S. This is angle at A is 30. Then we have found this as 60, right? And okay, that's what we have. So this is what we have. If I redraw this triangle, since we found that it's a right angle triangle, we can try to bend it around. Did we get that? Does it make sense? So now, using this triangle.
So, sorry, I'm going to be using voice notes now. So, what I did next was to use tan theta. Since I noticed that I'm looking for Y and I have 10 cm, and tan is opposite over adjacent. So that's the best option we can use. So we now solved for tan 30 degree, which is Y over 10, and when we cross multiply, we now had Y is equal to 10 tan 30 degree. So I didn't even know my mic stopped while shooting this video. So this is the result we got after we calculated that, and we've gotten Y. Now the only thing remaining is to get S. So we are going to focus on that triangle. You see that triangle I pointed? That's triangle BDC. We'll focus on it. Since we now know A, which is 30 degrees, which is 60 degrees, sorry, and we know Y as 5.77, and we're looking for S. So we'll just look for which of the trig works for that base and the hypotenuse, and we'll discover is cos. So we are going to end up using cos 60. Since A is 60, we'll end up using cos 60 to solve that. So madam, right now, cos 60 cos 60 is now equal to the adjacent, which is S, over the hypotenuse, which is Y, but we've already solved for Y. That's 5.77. okay, so we'll now cross multiply. S will be equal to 5.77 cos 60. That's our result. So we multiply that and we'll be getting our results as that. So we are done solving. We found our A, we found our Y, and we found our S. Don't forget to put your SI. So I don't know if we were able to get this, but this is what trigonometric ratio is all about. So you consider which of the tricks work and you use that particular trick that work. So in our next class, we'll be learning special angles of trigonometric ratios. I pray this thing does not happen again. This is an extra work now. But I hope you please engage. Creating these videos are not easy. Engage, like, comment, and share. And the Lord will bless you. Till then, see you in the next class and remain blessed. Bye for now. I don't know what she's still saying, but madam, you have to leave that place. We are done. We are done. We are done teaching. Tell them bye bye and go now. Okay, she finally left. Thank God for that.